Do you ever wonder why no one talks about the things that are truly changing after 70? Not the usual things, not wrinkles or gray hair. I mean the things that make you feel ashamed. The ones you try to hide, even from your own family. This video is not about surface-level aging. It's about the 7 taboo topics no seniors never bring up. But deep down, we all feel them. And what's worse? These aren't just embarrassing. They could silently shorten your life. The good news? You can still do something if you recognize them early. So if you're over 70 or care for someone who is, keep watching. Because once we start talking, we might just start healing. Warning, taboo number 1. You don't want to admit you're leaking, but your body already knows. You used to sleep through the night. Now you wake up wet, embarrassed, and pretending it was just a bit of sweat. You fold your sheets quickly, you hide your underwear at the bottom of the laundry, you say nothing, because it's humiliating. But here's the truth. Urinary incontinence is not just common, it's a red flag. Many seniors think leaking a little during the night or while coughing is just aging. But studies show that incontinence can be linked to muscle weakening, neurological decline, and even an early sign of cognitive disorders. Meet Eleanor, 76. She used to walk to church every Sunday, until one morning she felt a wet warmth spreading as she stepped off the bus. She never went back. Then there's Lydia, same age. She started noticing leaks too, but instead of hiding it, she told her doctor. It turned out to be an early sign of pelvic floor weakening, something reversible. She started exercises, she got support, now she moves with freedom again. No shame, no silence. The truth is, when we ignore our bladder, we risk more than embarrassment. We risk UTIs that can turn dangerous, nightfalls from rushing to the toilet in the dark, depression from isolation and fear of accidents. But here's the good news. You don't have to live like this. Start small. Pelvic floor exercises, light physical therapy, even adult briefs today are discreet and liberating, not a symbol of defeat, but of independence. Because hiding the problem doesn't protect your dignity. Facing it does. And if this is happening to you, you are not alone. But the silence that is, that's what's deadly. If you're still watching and this part of the video spoke to you, comment 1 below to let us know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe because the next taboo might hit even closer to home. Taboo number 2. You can't go like you used to, and it's quietly making you sick. No one likes to talk about constipation. It's impolite, private. We say things like, I'm just a bit off, or maybe too much rice. But deep down, we know. We've sat on the toilet, waiting, straining, afraid to push too hard, but terrified we won't be able to go at all. What no one tells you is, chronic constipation after 70 isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. It affects your heart rate, your appetite, even your risk of colon damage, hemorrhoids, and bowel blockages. And it's not just your gut. Constipation can be a sign of dehydration, undernourishment, or even medication side effects like opioids or blood pressure pills. Take Ron, 81. He hadn't mentioned to anyone that he was going less than twice a week. Then one night, he passed out in the bathroom from the strain. It triggered a small stroke, all from just constipation. But Margaret, also 81, spoke up. She told her daughter. They changed her diet, more fiber, warm fluids in the morning, light movement. Now, she goes regularly. She even jokes about it. Because the real shame is not talking about it. So ask yourself, are you going less than 3 times a week? Do you feel bloated, sluggish, or like food just sits in your stomach? That's not just aging. That's a warning. And the solution is not always a laxative. Sometimes it's kindness, hydration, movement, and conversation. Taboo number 3. You've started smelling different, but no one will tell you. This one's painful to say, but many of us have noticed it, on ourselves or on someone close. That faint scent on old clothes, the way your bedroom starts to smell different. You shower, you use deodorant,
but it lingers. It's not bad hygiene. It's nonenal, a compound your body starts releasing more after age 70. It's a natural part of aging skin, but it can amplify if you're unwell. Increased body odor in older adults is often linked to kidney problems, liver decline, poor hydration, or metabolic waste buildup, even infections you can't feel yet. But no one tells you because no one wants to hurt your feelings. Take Harold, 77. He started noticing that people leaned back a little when hugging him. He thought it was in his head. Then one day, his granddaughter said, gently, "Grandpa, your room smells a little funny." That saved his life. Turns out he had early kidney decline, and body odor was the only outward sign. But Nina, 74, took a different route. She began drinking more water, switched to looser cotton clothes, and started dry brushing her skin before showering. Her confidence came back, not because of perfume, but because her body started healing from within. The shame of body odor after 70 keeps so many people from seeking help. But listen, it's not your fault, and it's not permanent. It's your body trying to speak. So next time you sense a change in your scent, or someone hints at it with love, don't shrink away. Listen, investigate, heal. Because dignity isn't about being flawless. It's about being open enough to fight for your health. If you're still watching and one of these hit close to home, comment 3 below to let us know you're here. We're just getting started, and what comes next might surprise you even more.
Taboo number 4. You've lost all interest in intimacy, and you're scared it means you're broken. No one wants to talk about it, especially not at this age. But here's the quiet truth. Sex doesn't just disappear after 70. Desire doesn't vanish, but it changes. And when it does, we feel confused, ashamed, even defective. You might think it's just aging. But when you avoid closeness, shrink from touch, or feel pain during intimacy, you're not just losing romance. You're losing connection, hormones, joy, and sometimes a sign of deeper issues. For men, it may start with occasional ED, then complete withdrawal. But it could be heart trouble, diabetes, circulation problems, or even a side effect of medication. For women, dryness, discomfort, or lack of desire may creep in quietly, but often linked to hormonal decline, pelvic tension, or even past trauma resurfacing. Take Irene, 72. She stopped being intimate with her husband because it hurt, and she was too embarrassed to tell him. It took 3 years before she finally told her doctor. A simple estrogen cream and pelvic therapy brought back what she thought was lost forever. Then there's Walter, 75. He thought losing erections meant the end of his manhood. Turns out he had early-stage hypertension. Now, he's treating his heart and reconnecting with his wife. You are not broken. You are changing. And that change deserves conversation, compassion, and medical attention, not shame. Because intimacy isn't about performance. It's about feeling alive, safe, and connected, especially now. Taboo number 5. You've thought about giving up, but you smile so no one notices. This might be the most dangerous silence of all. You wake up, and everything feels heavy. You go through the motions. You laugh with the grandkids, but inside, you wonder if the world would even notice if you were gone. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to admit you're tired. But here's the thing. Depression after 70 is not just sadness. It's a slow, invisible weight that increases your risk of stroke, heart disease, and even immune decline, shortens your lifespan. And yet, most seniors never seek help because we're told that's just getting old. It's not. Take George, 80.
After his wife died, he stopped going out. He stopped eating well. No one noticed until he was hospitalized for malnutrition. He later admitted he thought every night about whether it was worth waking up. Then Maria, 78. She felt the same, but she spoke up. She joined a grief group at her community center. 1 day a week became 2, then 3. Now, she says those afternoons are the reason she still feels alive. Here's the truth. Wanting to give up doesn't make you weak, but keeping it inside might make you sick. There is no shame in saying, "I'm not okay." There is power in telling your doctor. There is healing in telling your family. There is life on the other side of that conversation. Because loneliness doesn't just hurt, it can kill. If you're still watching and you've ever felt any of this, comment 5 below to remind yourself you're not alone. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe because the last 2 taboos might be the most surprising of all.
Warning Taboo 6. You keep forgetting things, but you're hiding it, even from yourself. You walk into a room and forget why. You can't find your keys again. You forget names, appointments. Sometimes you even forget what day it is. You laugh it off. You say, senior moment. But deep down, a fear creeps in. Is this how it starts? Will I lose myself? That fear makes many of us stay silent. We fake our way through conversations. We hide notes in drawers. We avoid doctors. But here's what no one tells you. Early cognitive decline doesn't always mean dementia. And even if it does, ignoring it speeds it up. Your brain is like any other muscle. It can weaken, yes, but it can also strengthen if you train it early. Take Sandra, 73. She noticed she was forgetting words. She hid it for months, until one day she forgot her stove was on. That day, she broke down and told her son. Turns out, she was in early mild cognitive impairment. Now, with support, medication, and brain exercises, she's stable. She journals daily, plays memory games, and feels sharp again. Contrast that with Alfred, 76. He told no one. By the time his daughter found unpaid bills and spoiled food in his fridge, he was already declining fast. So here's the truth. Forgetting is not failure, but hiding it can be. If your memory is changing, tell someone. Tell your doctor. Get a baseline memory test. Start brain habits now. Sleep better. Learn something new. Move more. Your mind may be changing, but it's not gone. And the sooner you stop hiding, the longer you can hold on to the you that matters most. Warning taboo number 7. You're struggling physically, but you refuse to ask for help. You used to carry your groceries, climb the stairs, open jars, walk to the store. But lately, you pretend your knees are just sore. You avoid shoes with laces. You sit more, but tell people you're resting. You've started relying on furniture to move around, but you refuse to use a cane. Because to you, a cane means you're weak. Let me tell you something. Weakness isn't asking for help. Weakness is suffering in silence because of pride. Take Eddie, 79. He fell twice in his own kitchen, refusing to use a walker. He didn't want the neighbors to see him that way. He ended up in the ER with a broken hip and never fully recovered. Then there's Carla, 77. She was scared too, but she chose a sleek cane that matched her outfits. Now, she moves freely. No more fear of falling. No more bruises she has to lie about. Losing some strength is natural, but losing your independence because of shame, that's optional. Assistive tools today are elegant, practical, and empowering. And using them isn't a defeat. It's a smart decision to keep moving safely. So if you've noticed you're holding on to walls or avoiding outings because you're afraid to fall, stop hiding.
Start adapting, because the real strength is knowing when to accept support so you can keep living life on your own terms. If you've made it this far, you are part of a rare and powerful group, those who are brave enough to face the truth. Comment 7 below if any of this resonated with you. And don't forget to share this video with someone you love. It might save their life.
The truth hurts, but silence hurts more. You've heard them all now. The hidden struggles we almost never say out loud. The leaking, the not going, the smell, the loneliness in a bed meant for two, the quiet thoughts about giving up, the fear that your mind is slipping, the refusal to ask for help even when your legs are pleading. And yet, if you recognized even one of these in yourself, that's not weakness. That's awareness. That's courage. That's the first step back to living fully. Because the silent truth about seniors is this: we don't die just from disease. We die from not talking, from not being seen, from not being touched, from not being heard when we say, "I'm not okay." But it doesn't have to stay that way. Today can be the day you say something to your doctor, to your child, to your partner, to yourself. You deserve a life that is safe, supported, and shame-free. It's not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not broken. You are aging, yes, but aging is not the end. It's just the next chapter, if you're willing to turn the page. If this video spoke to you, even just a little, please share it with someone you care about, a friend, a sibling, a parent, a neighbor, because someone out there is hiding the same pain, and this might be the first time they realize, I'm not alone. Leave a comment below. Tell us which part touched you the most. Tell us what you've been carrying in silence. We read every word. We see you. We're with you. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we'll keep making videos like this, not just to inform you, but to walk with you through the things no one talks about until we all learn to talk and live again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying strong. And thank you for letting us speak the truth with you.